name is Robin, and these are 10 tips and tricks on gallery, part 1. For the first one, on gallery, at the hotdog fan, on the way to A, there is a fast way to get up smokehouse stairs, and probably a lot of people already know this, but still, I'm gonna show it. First, you're gonna jump around this position. Then you're gonna wall jump on these two plates, and you will land on that thing. Sometimes you may have to crouch before landing, or you will not make it. This can be fixed by practicing a lot, and then you don't have to do the crouch at the end. For the next part, you will have to long jump against this wall, then wall jump on this wall, then wall jump on this wall, and you will land on top of the hotdog fan. Just like that. You can also make it without a long jump, but this is slightly more difficult and takes a bit more practice. But it's doable. But the chance of failing is higher without a long jump. For this last part, there are two ways. The first way is to wall jump on this wall, and the second way is to jump normally, but as you saw, it failed. It doesn't always work with the normal jump. So I suggest, if using this way, using the long jump, because that will make sure you make it. But if you really want to be effective, then you better use the wall jump, because then you can still run. Because we all know, if you use the long jump, we cannot run for a short period of time. The second tip is on the same position, also on gallery, and this time, let's say someone is shooting at you from smokehouse, then there is a way to, because this way is a bit dangerous, because he can shoot you from there. There is a better way, and it is to go via this crate, then jump over to that box, then on top of the hotdog fan, and then to smokehouse stairs. The best way to get on the crate is to run over the couch here, and then jump and wall jump against this wall. This will ensure you will land on top of the container. Next step is to wall jump against this wall with a long jump, and then aim your crosshair to the box, so you will land on the box. Sometimes this requires a crouch at the end, but with a lot of practice, but with some practice, this can be avoided. To make sure you don't have to crouch at the end, you have to go as far to the wall as possible and then do wall jump, because if you do it too close, you won't even make it with the crouch. But in some ways you will need to crouch because you were not far enough. So go as far as possible. Next, the last step is to run and jump onto the hotdog van, and then you just do the same last step as the fast route. This route is 2 seconds slower than the fast route. So keep in mind that if you can use the fast route, use the fast route, because 2 seconds might not seem a lot, but in games they're definitely a lot. So make those 2 seconds count. There's also a different way of getting onto the container. And let's say your enemy is here, shooting from this direction, and you are pinned against this wall, then you can actually get on this crate by wall jumping on this wall and then crouching at the end. It does not require a crouch at all times. Sometimes it works without the crouch, sometimes you need the crouch. It depends on how far you start, but I recommend using crouch before you land to ensure your landing. Now the third tip is actually something I didn't expect that so many people would not see this, because I've been in so many lobbies and I've seen so many people that are not using this trick. I do not know why, because it's so obvious, but still, some players, a lot of players just don't see it. There is a way of getting into that ventilator from here, but you will not get there without a long jump. As you can see, splash damage marked some footsteps on the wall for us, so we know where to wall jump. Tip number 4. This is actually a bit more difficult to see because it's a really difficult jump, and I haven't mastered it because it's so difficult. But there is a way of getting into the vent from this side, and you just wall jump against this side and then a wall jump on this side, and when you're in front of the ventilator you crouch and push forward. I will try, but as I said, I am not so good at it. Yeah, so I did it. As you see, it took me 4 tries. So you definitely want to practice this in an offline game. If you don't know how to go into an offline game, there is a guide for this. Open Steam and the guide is immediately here. For the 5th tip, this is actually a tip to fix fall damage. We all know, or most people know, I think, that this is not a window and you can jump through it. But the problem is you get a bit of fall damage. No, it's not a lot, but if you get a bit of damage, it can sometimes be fatal for you. So to fix this, you can actually go on this side and land on this desk, and you will not take any fall damage at all. I'm not sure if this works for all mercs, but I think it does. So think that if you're low and you think that you will die after you jump down, and try to jump at this side and land on the desk, because you will not take fall damage if you land on the desk. If you do not land on the desk, you will take fall damage. This was part 1 of my tips and tricks in Dirty Bomb on Gallery. In the next part there will be 5 more tips and tricks, and I see you all in the next video. Have a good one.